but he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The run inside. It's Jackson. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Say it. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Saying gets rid of it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Saying to throw for it on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly on target, and you can make big plays. They made that.
There's a crease. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Coming out aggressively. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And I love the way this defense just responded. Sometimes you're over there drinking Powerade on the sidelines. You're ready for your offense to do its thing. They turn it over. You quickly grab your helmet. Sometimes you're discombobulated. And this offense tries to take advantage of that. Defense more than ready. Grabs the momentum right back in this football game. Back-to-back turnovers.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ohio State. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Here's Manning to throw. On target. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
It's complete to the left. At the 35, he's loose. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Might be calling a hot route. Run in the red zone. It's Smothers. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's Arch to throw. Hauls it in. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll move the wide receiver. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. 3rd down from the gun, Manning. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the short three here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. And the missed connection on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, third down, fourth down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running inside, it's Smothers. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Right back to him on the ground. Got enough for the first. Maybe a crease. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. It'll be third and long. Manning. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. A big third down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. Fourth down, Manning. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Snags it, and he's open.
times offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play, and you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To throw, Manning. It's complete on the right side. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
And they can hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find...
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, they were probably thinking four-down territory with a third and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding it's third and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball great with great discipline. I like the way he breaks on the football, gathers the interception, and gets the big third down stop.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Hard running there. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2.
Freeze! Go!
4th down, say it. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
The give to the back. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Arch is going to throw for it. Pressure coming, and they got it. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He wants to change this route. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Another 3rd down stop.
But guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Here's a heat. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Throwing Manning. He fires to the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in this second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Fourth down, Manning. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing the turnover on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you set them up. I just hope that...
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. Picks up the first down.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Breaks the tackle. He's into the end zone. Touchdown!
It's in the game.
It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Looking for an athlete from inside his own 10. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive. Get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake early.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump, but that interception was like giving every single fan here in this stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The run inside. It's Williams. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They're dealing with a second and long. Pulls it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. He spins that thing down the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Oh, better look out. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Converts on 4th down. Still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Notre Dame! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that's why it's so tough to stop an option offense and plays like this, because defensively you've got to be so good with your assignments. Someone needs the dive, someone needs the quarterback. Who's got the pitch man? That time nobody on defense had the answer.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking for room, it's Lacey. Got enough for the first. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose down the left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ole Miss. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
He wants to throw it. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He'll toss it. Inside the 40. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Great job by the back on the option.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Lacy. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They feed him again. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Going with the ground game left. Got enough for the first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. There's the pressure. On the move and looking. Takes a hit as he fires. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the 2nd quarter. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Crosses the 45, finding some room. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Rebels are flying down the field.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
To throw, it's Knight. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
This guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play, and now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's first down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
They're going to ride this running back. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Rebels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Running inside, it's Frazier. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Heading to the end zone, and they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Going for 6. Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
Man, that's really good defense because I tell you what, the way they ran the football on this drive, I thought they were going to run it again, but they stayed disciplined, played the pass, kind of surprised me a little bit that they threw the football, but great third down defense.
Notre Dame will now use its second timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. And the Rebels will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
Now, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on 4th and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting put in.
Snags it, and he's open. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Using the quick game. Turning it on.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Trying to set up the screen. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, on that 3rd down, the running back did a great job. He set up the screen, caught the ball, turned around, located his blocks downfield so he knew exactly where to go to pick up the first.
Booster, booster! Freeze, freeze! Ready, go!
C.J. Carr firing again. Looking down the middle. Finds a man on the left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Here's Carr to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. Back to throw. It's Knight. Gonna take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Snags it on the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Rebels. Once he got some room, it was over.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
He's looking to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Number 17, Celtic kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Throwing, Carr. Caught by Williams on the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. Back to pass, it's Carr. Here's a heat. It's complete. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Smashes through the tackle. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have found zero answers in how to get back in this football game.
No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. will kick it away to crank up the second half. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Carr. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. On the move, he fires. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. But when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the offense says thank you very much for the bonus yardage, and it'll be first down after the personal foul penalty. Now the toss. Fights off the defender.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Oh, man, that's a touchdown. He's in the end zone. He has got to be able to make that catch.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. The RPO, it's complete. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Caught by Williams on the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch.
It's in the game.
Go Rams, hotty toddy. EA Sports, it's in the game.
Rebels and the Texas Longhorns. Stay the state call again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much to love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Will kick off first, and here we go. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Running inside. It's Lacey. Turning it on. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Rebels. Once he got some room, it was over.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Using his legs, it Smothers. Runs through a tackle. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. They go play action with Manning. Now improvising.
And this is going to be the matchup for the
offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. He might want another play. Fourth down, Manning. He fires to the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. On second and goal, he gets another chance. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Slams ahead. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! He got it, beat down in bounds!
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss.
Number 17, set to kick this one away. Texas.
And he's not. And he pumps it up inside the 20. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Caught by Coleman. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Throws to the wideout. Middle of the field, Coleman's got it. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Smothers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Right back to the well. And into the end zone. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
Yeah, they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Booster, booster! Rapid! Let it go!
To throw, Manning. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. At the end of quarter one, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period.
Number 44, set to kick off.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rebels offense is back on the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Lacy. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't get...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
He's running free down the middle. Past the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback making checks. Here's Arch to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wingo. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Floats it out to the running back. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
And the offense showing off this short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Hey, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10.
180 go!
Hand off for Brown.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Arch Madness. Makes the grab on the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit, but they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
The throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Ready, ready. Black 14.
Manning with a play fake. Skips away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Trying to run, it's Smothers. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Stepping to the right. There's some room. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer.
Go, go!
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Go, go!
Manning on play action. On the run, still looking. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their third timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Third down from the gun, Manning. Lets it fly deep downfield. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Under fire. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. That was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. Arch is going to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
And you can't start the half any better than that. You talk about going in, making halftime adjustments, talking about what they did. It looks like they knew exactly what they were going to do. Come out, read the pass, break on the football, make the pick, and draw first blood here in the third quarter.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow...
Finding some room. Makes it past the marker. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep...
And the full dive and the grab down the left.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great...
There he goes. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. And the Rebels with the first and 10.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball.
Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the offense is getting aggressive, and they're trying to take a shot on that play. Just an awesome job of coverage in the back end defensively.
So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Bought a little time, lets it go. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. 3 tight ends in the formation on first and 10. his legs. It's Smothers. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll try to snap it quickly.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Manning to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation.
Freeze, freeze. Right, right. Slow. Go.
4th down, Manning. The sweet feet buy a little time. On the move, he fires. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Great place to start for this offense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those.